Hello everyone, this is Mark Jennings. How are you today? Welcome back to 9G Studios. This is episode 2025252. Okay, you can see the fire truck, or I call it, not for fire, not for hire, because it is a fire truck car hauler. A little update on it. Over the last several months, I've been messing around with an ambulance wiring harness. You've seen videos of that already. So in its current status right now, the body control module's been removed, the theft deterrent module's been removed, the instrument panel controller, the instrument panel itself isn't working because of the body control module isn't there to feed it any information. So it doesn't have any steering wheel controls, which includes no cruise control. There's no airbags. There's no under hood fuse block anymore. There's no in-cab fuse block from the ambulance anymore. It does have its own separate in-cab fuse box to run all the lights and everything. But the original in-cab fuse box for the express van is gone. Okay, and so a lot of the window functions and all that other stuff is gone now. So when that happened, I plugged in my DTC, I can't even think of the name of it right now, my scanner, that's the word I'm looking for, my scanner, and scanned it for errors. Now of course it's going to spit out a whole bunch of errors, but I want to go through them and make sure that I've addressed the ones that are important. So when you do something like this, you're going to want, and you do go and plug in your scanner into your OBD2 port, you're going to wind up with a slew of errors. So some of the errors that came up for me was U0101, which I lost comms to my transmission control module. I'm going to address that and look into that further. U0106, lost comms to my glow plug control module. I think that's an issue. U0141, lost comms with my electric brake control module, which I believe is an issue. Along with U0166, which is the auxiliary heater control module. And why do I think that that's important? I think it's connected into the wait to start circuit, which is on this vehicle is circuit number 507. That's the circuit number. And so since I don't have the IPC, I need to run a separate light, okay, and have power applied to the light, because the ECU, or engine control module, ECM, depending on how you want to call it, will send a ground circuit to it and say it needs to wait to start. Also, circuit 419 is the mill, which gives you your service. You need to service your engine light. So those two need a light. And then I added another light that addresses circuit 5311, which 5311 is your torque converter control. And so I'll talk about that a little bit further on. Some more codes that came up was P0650, which is mill connector circuit. That's typically your low end data line. And since I already named everything on the low mill data line has been disconnected, there's no wonder you're going to have a bunch of error code, that particular error code. So P0571 cruise control brake switch circuit. Well, there's no cruise control, so I'm not going to address that. I will go in and address P0647, which is my closed code performance error, and at least 3 glow plugs error codes popped up, so those will get addressed. And I already spoke to you briefly about P0381. That is the way to start circuit. For some reason won't turn off. So the circuit 63, sorry, didn't mean to bump this. 6311, that is your transmission control circuit. I'm still reading about transmissions and stuff like that. I've seen stuff on the internet from one source saying that you have to send 12 volts down to that circuit, which goes to your transmission control module or your engine control module. You're sending 12 volts down that circuit when you press the brake. Others say that it's the opposite, that 12 volts is always applied to that transmission control circuit to feed the solenoid, and it's always on, and when you press the brake, you're removing the 12 volts. Interesting. So right now I'm going to use a 5-pin relay, and on the 5-pin relay, red is number 30 on your relay, and red will go to the ignition wire. 87A, which is the yellow wire, it's always hot, so that's the one I'm running straight to the hang on, I gotta get my diagram closer. Straight to the 6311 TCU circuit wire to send 12 volts constantly to that. And then the blue wire is 87. So when I press the brake, power is removed from yellow and transferred to blue. Now blue is connected to a light on the dash that will tell me that I've actually cut power to 6311, and my brake lights in the back should come on. Now the white wire is number 86. It goes to the brake switch itself. Now you can, on this one I'm using a PSI switch in line with the actual hydraulics, okay? You can use the old-fashioned step switch, but remember on 1964s, the 1964s in this particular truck had a brake switch that was a lever actuated. Your pickup trucks have a 2-pin connector, it's a plunger style. Your current vehicles have a 4-pin plunger style that's attached to your brake pedal. One of those sets of wires goes to your lights. One of those sets of those wires go to your TCC circuit, okay? And last but not least, number 85, you guessed it, it's the ground wire. Always important, don't forget. So that wraps up what's going on. I'm still troubleshooting and diagnosing what's going on, because I didn't program this computer, and the company that did program this computer recommended removing, applying 12 volts when you press the brake, which is the opposite of what the vehicle originally does. So also, if you happen to have a 700R4 or 4L60, 4L80, right now wiring this one up to try out on my 700R4, because I just put a toggle switch and I'm old, and I forgot what the hell that switch was for. So guess what? It didn't want to stop after doing 70 miles an hour down the freeway. So yeah, that's what happens when this doesn't work. Your vehicle won't stop. Think about it. All right, thanks everybody. Hope you come back, and we'll have more for you in a little while. See ya.